What's up everyone? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Horizon 5, and in today's video I'm going to try to build something kind of interesting whilst using the Wheelspins. So, if you're getting new to the channel, you don't know what's happening, subscribe first of all if you're new to the channel, then you will know what's happening for future videos. Anyway, if you don't know what's happening in today's video, basically there's a series on the channel where I have Wheelspins. As you can see, they're here. I spin these and they will pick a random car from the Wheelspins that I will have to build for something specific. And in today's video, I'm going to build a car for hill climb. Hill climb is kind of interesting because, first of all, you kind of need power to go uphill, but you also need something really good for cornering. And obviously this is the only major hill to climb in the game, so it'll most likely be tested out here. Now, not only does it pick my actual car, but it also will pick the budget for the build. So I want to try build something like this. Also, someone has suggested that I should build a car for the hill climb on my Discord. Also, link to that is down below in the description if you want to check that out and join it and whatever. But someone there has given me a suggestion that I should try to build something for a hill climb. So that's what's happening in today's video. Wheelspin build for hill climbing. Let's see what I get. I get a pair of glasses. I'm pretty sure I can't use aviators to climb a mountain, but we'll try something else. Our budget is also going to be minimum 20k, because anything lower than that, you can't really change much to the car. With less than 20k, very good. Very good choice. Okay, now I need good amount of money. S13 Sylvia. 5k is useless, so we'll add that to the budget, so 5,000 plus whatever I get now. It has to be, because it's minimum 30k. Seriously, game? Just give me something, so I don't have to keep spinning over and over again. Oh my god. And it gives me this. It gives me this. Brilliant. Okay, well, I could sell this for 250k, so I pretty much have an unlimited budget to build my hill climb car. I mean, listen. Alright, it's fine. It is fine. Let's go do stuff to it. So pretty much, like I said, an unlimited budget to build my hill climb S13. Now, I think there are some bits and pieces that I can put on this car to make it look and stand out quite nicely. Obviously the new Rocket Bunny kit is in the game as well, but I want to pick something that's a little bit more extreme than that Rocket Bunny kit, so I think we could probably try something else. Hopefully there are some other options here, but this is going to be my hill climb car. I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible for going uphill. I also need a lot of grip as well, because I think I've got to be able to put down like quite a decent amount of power into this thing now, especially since I pretty much have zero limitations on budget. Right, so what I was thinking is that these engines here are obviously all going to give me more power. I was looking at what sort of power to torque to weight could be useful, right? So probably the best option would be for me to pick this, because I'm also going to make this thing all-wheel drive as well, because I needed to accelerate out of corners and everything very quickly. So I think this is probably going to be the better engine out of all of them. I think this thing goes up to about 600 and something horsepower, which is very good. And I think the car is going to be very lightweight anyway. Again, if I go super high power, like 800 and something horsepower, this thing is just going to start sliding. And I don't think I need it to be that powerful, if that makes sense. So I'm going to say the rally engine. I know it's not going to be sounding the best, but if I want to pick something that I feel like is going to be very useful, I think I'm going to pick that. And again, like I said, I'm also going to add weight by the all-wheel drive system. Rocket Bunny obviously make this thing wider. Is it gonna work if I put the Rocket Bunny kit on it? Let me see here. Actually, let me go over to this selection here. So obviously I'll have different. Oh my god, I forgot about that wing. Alright, so let me get rid of the Rocket Bunny kit, because I'll still be able to have that wing on it. But let's just have a look at some of the other options that we're blessed with here. So the Origin Lab stuff, we could probably be picking something there, but again, we won't have anything adjustable for aero here, which I feel like I kind of need to have some adjustable aero. Unfortunately, the big wing is adjustable, so we can actually do it. Unfortunately, I think some of these parts are just going to add like just a lot of weight. I can't actually. It's just such an awkward car to build as a hill climb car. It just is. Again, these just sort of add weight, which you don't really want. Carbon bonnet, though, we can't change this. It's so awkward looking. It just doesn't look right at all. Oh my god. Alright, cool. Well, for our tires, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the slick tires, right? There's nothing really else that I can pick here that I feel like could be good. Even our width for our tires, they don't really go really wide, but I mean, there's some hope, I guess. We'll see. Because again, like, I need this thing to rip as hard as possible and go out of corners as fast as possible. So I was actually thinking about putting some Oz wheels on this thing. Maybe some of these Ultra Legeras. I feel like they could be kind of sick on this car. I'm also going to change the size of these just a tiny bit. I don't want it to look that ugly. I know this is going to change the way this car handles a little bit, but I don't want it to be that ugly. Alright, and then we'll do that. I think that should be fine. Where it is. It's really high off the ground still as well, which I'm going to have to change. As for the transmission, I am going to go with a 7-speed because I think this will accelerate very quickly with a 7-speed instead of a 6. Race diff, of course. Then we need to adjust that as well afterwards. And then pretty much buy the best possible parts available now to turn this thing into a proper race car. Right, well, that's it. Finished. 926 newton meters of torque, which again is something that we really need. Which I feel like some of the other engines didn't have. I mean, we had the 2J, which was there, that was available. That made a lot more horsepower, but a lot less torque. So I feel like this is a very good compromise. I mean, again, I know sound isn't going to be the greatest with this car, but I feel like it could be kind of good. And again, I'll only end up being able to speed up to a specific speed because then I'll just have to slow down for the next corner and stuff like that. So I can't really just go all out when it comes to power. You know, I mean, I know power is useful and it's good, but like not in every circumstance. As for our setup, I kind of like the two-tone design for this thing. It's weird looking on this car. I think this is still my favorite color for the Silvia, especially for the S13. I really like that color. This silver also looks really nice, but I kind of want to go with this two-tone color just because it makes it look kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. I think the light blue is also a little nicer. This just looks like a bandage. Okay, we'll pick that. Wheels, I want to keep that color. I think they look good. It's just such a weird combination of colors right now. It doesn't suit this car at all, in my opinion. I like the color of the outside if the car was closer to stock, but it's heavily modified. And it looks like this. It's just awkward. That wing is insane. This is quite nice. Again, once we're driving up that hill, I mean, I won't be able to use much of this speed. Just testing out a little bit to see what we kind of need to do here. Brakes are good. It is pretty nice to drive. Air we can probably adjust a little bit as well afterwards, but it seems pretty solid. Yeah. Okay. Let's adjust the tune on this thing, and then I'll bring it up and see what it's like. Alright, well I found one here, which I think this could possibly be the best one, right? I mean, it's just the normal one. And this is the first configuration I made to do some time trials comparing different cars. Track is dry and in the hot season, so this is probably going to be one of the better ones. So I'm going to favor this blueprint just in case we come back in the future to try it out. But I think this could be good now to test out a nice simple time on this car. It's not even maxed out S1. I feel like we could probably do a little bit better. Maybe change the engine or something like that. It'll definitely go into S1 or higher in S1, but we'll see. I adjusted the tune slightly. Okay, let's try with cockpit view as well. I'm gonna show you guys the whole run afterwards in exterior view, just so you guys can see how good or bad this car actually looks there as well. I made it a little bit more rear biased as well, because I feel like it'll help it a lot turning corners, and I don't know. It seems good so far. It seems very good so far. It is definitely pushing me up this hill pretty easily. I feel like this engine was a really good choice too. This is really doing a good job. Way off the road here, but that's okay. tiny tap off the wall. This is nice, especially for my first attempt driving up this hill. Yeah, it's doing a really good job. I like the close gear ratios as well. I think they're very good. I think we can probably even change it so they're even closer. So this thing can accelerate a little bit quick, but... Oh my god, the brakes are insane! The push out of the corners is very good as well, especially making this thing slightly rear biased with the power. So this is kind of like the toge section, except we're doing it in reverse and it's obviously a lot wider, but not only that, but the cars actually require a lot more power to go up this hill. Because we don't have gravity to help us, you know what I mean? Tiniest bit of understeer there, but that's okay. Man, this thing pulls in really, really tight. The corners have to be careful sometimes. And that just means I can try and go a little faster. It's a really, really good car. I think I've done a decent job with it. Yeah, I think I've done a decent job with this car. And I like the road as well. We got 252. I can't really tell if that's good or bad, but it feels fast. It feels very, very fast. I'll do one more run with it, just to see. And, yeah, we'll see afterwards what's happening. Okay, I've done another 252. I mean, it's pretty close to just getting a 252. I think I could do a little bit better, maybe in some of the corners, but that wasn't too bad. Here's the exterior view, and I guess I'll speak to you guys when it's finished. Watching that entire run back, I've noticed so many mistakes that I've made. So many, and like terrible driving lines and stuff like that. Listen, it's my first time driving the car. I need to get used to it properly to be able to drive really fast up this hill. The way I built it is fine. I feel like I can get it to turn in a little sharper. Maybe with some sim steering. Maybe changing it to that could work out really well for me, but the car is good. The car is very good. It accelerates really well out of corners. If I'm careful with my throttle and everything, it goes up the hill without any sort of issues at all, without trying to go sideways or anything like that. Like, acceleration is good. I like the way this drives. It's a very good car. And this was it. This was the first hill climb build. I'm down to try some more of these in the future, just to see what they're like, especially on that track. I feel like they could be kind of interesting. And if you guys want to send over some of your tunes for me to try and do hill climb runs with them instead of going downhill, I'm definitely down to try some of those out, because I feel like it'll change the pace of the game a little bit if I do it like that. And your builds will have to be a little bit more different to your regular, you know, rear-wheel drive, just go as fast as possible downhill, and then just let gravity do its thing. Because look how fast this thing accelerates when I'm going downhill, you know? Like, it's significantly faster than me driving uphill. And like, gravity helps so much with it. But when it's going uphill, it just feels so much slower. Just look how quickly this thing gets to like 140 miles an hour. But then again, the brakes are so good. Like I said, if I had more time to get used to the car, I think I could probably get a much faster run than that. But I guess that was it for the first time. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed today's hill climb build, wheel spin build as well, to make it even more fun. But yeah, I kind of wish we had a lower budget to try and build something a little bit more interesting. But I mean, we pretty much had an unlimited budget to build whatever we want, and we got an S13 though out of it. So that's it. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.